Okay, so we've tried to do a live, but the signal here at Ragley Hall isn't great. So we're gonna have a walk around the ABR festival. We're here, MyMoto's here as quad lock. So we've got a huge quad lock stand. We've got the Arise stand with some Tour X5s on it. And we've got a few bells as well. And then we've also got, so this is the Oakley stand, so that's ours as well. We've got a mega range of Oakleys. If you have a look, I'll just, so you can see there, a great range of Oakleys, a load of hats and things as well. But we're going to have a walk around and I'll show you some of the grounds and what this event's all about. In fact, should we get Phil in? Phil's here, he's working the Oakley stand. We've got Si and Ryan on quad lock and I'm obviously doing helmets. Right, so let's go for a walk. It's been baking hot last 2 days setting up here. We've got Polaris Motorcycle Tourism. There's loads of tour companies. We've got a few. This is obviously the trade area down at the bottom of Ragley Hall, so they moved it around a little bit. We've got Aero over here. And obviously anyone would have seen we've got Aeros in our store, so but yeah, cash point if you need cash. One of the problems with any of these kind of festivals is signal, so that's always one of the hardest things to get. We've got some more stages this year, so they do talks, people who've ridden around the world and things like that. So we've got a big stage area and seating area on this side, which they didn't have that in the trade last time. It was over near the food, so hopefully that's going to bring a few more people through the trade area. And we've actually got a bar as well down here, and that is open through the day, so people can come up to the trade, get a drink, socialise a bit more. Again, it brings people over this side of the festival a bit more. Right, and then there's quite a few rows of trade. You can see everyone's fighting with the feather flags. It's almost like competition to see who's got the most feather flags when it comes to trade. And anyone who's been to our MyMoto in Derbyshire when we're running a ride out or an event, you'll see we've got loads of feather flags as well. So up here we've got the hall. You can just see it up there. So that's the hall. We'll head down here. So we've got a few manufacturers down this side now as you come up to the base of the hall. And this is actually where they all ride in as well. So the bikes, when they come in the morning, which they did this morning, anyone with a VIP ticket's here today. So they come in at the gate down there and they come along this road here down to the camping area. And you can hear them all revving and getting up, very excitable, beeping their horns. And it's just like the floodgates open when everyone starts coming in. And I'm sure it'll be the same again tomorrow. So to make the most of this festival, you need to be here early because there is so much going on. We've got Triumph, so we've got all the Triumphs. Again, if you're into like superbike racing, it's not really the event for you. It's worth coming to have a look around, but you'll end up leaving wanting to buy an adventure bike or an off-road bike, which is exactly what I end up doing. So this is Triumph. Got a good sized stand, and also the manufacturers arrange ride out. So there's a 30, I think, well last year it was 32 mile, I think it was, off-road course around the actual festival. And you can either use your own bike or you can queue up and book on with one of the manufacturer rides and use one of their bikes, which is a good opportunity, especially if you're thinking of buying one of these. It gives you a chance to basically have a proper ride on it and see what you think of it prior to buying into it. So we've got Suzuki over here with the big DRs. Oh no, V-Strom. Is it DR? V-Strom? Yeah. Again, these are probably the ones they're actually taking out on the course. You can see they've got a fleet here, a lineup of them. So they'll be the ones you can book on test rides with. Over here, oh, there's flies around. That was a fly. So over here we've got Royal Enfield. Now, if you remember, we took out a Royal Enfield Meteor 350. So we've got a good relationship with Royal Enfield. We enjoyed that bike. And it'd be nice to maybe get another one to have a go on. So we've got the Himalayan, the new Himalayans. These look really smart, really, really smart. And I was very taken with the Meteor. I wonder if they've got one on the stand actually. Shall we try and find one? So again, all the Himalayans. I wonder if Leah's around as well. Leah's one of our contacts at Royal Enfield. That's nice. Another of the 350s. I'm so tempted after having that one to maybe just commit and buy one. Right, so that's Royal Enfield. Now, so that's all the trade area up there. You've got food as well. So if you come up this end, you can still get food and drink. Like I say, a few of the manufacturers are on kind of this side of the trade area. And as you go down to that side, it's more sales of retailers and things like that. Harley Davidson turned up. I think it was yesterday they turned up. Had a massive wagon. So these are all the Harleys. And you would think this was kind of out of place at an adventure bike festival, but they have got an off-road adventure bike. But also, they do road rides as well. So you don't have to do the off-road course. You can take some of the bikes from here and do road rides and things like that. What I'd love to know is, like last time we were here, it was absolutely scorching, exactly as it is for this festival. I'd love to know when the last time they had a wet festival, because so far it's been cracking the flags both years. So, oh, we got a fleet of GS's, so a fleet of the new GS's, which look like the rally bikes that they might be taking out, or the have a go bikes. So that's there. We've got BSA over here. Is that Bennett's? I think. What's his name from Bennett's? Right, so BSA down this side. There we go, BSA. So we've got actually both sides on it with the BSAs. And having vintage bikes myself, growing up with vintage bikes, these are actually quite interesting. In fact, let's have a look at that. They've actually got a nice old, what is it?
That's it.
A10, is it?
Else. You also
oh, a
have
DB,
ABS, but no rider
DBD
modes.
34.
It is.
That's a proper bike.
It is a very simple bike.
Yes.
There's nothing
and they've
there.
actually really kept, with BSA, they've really kept the styling of those original bikes. So if you are into your classic bikes, but you want something to kind of ride daily, something that's a little bit more reliable, then you can get one of the modern ones and it feels like the old bike. KTM down here. In fact, we've got quite a few. We've got Huskies, KTMs. Got Indian over on this side. And what we're doing now, we're coming down into, so this is like the food and main stage area. Let's have a look down here. So we've got KTM over there. You got your KTM, your Husky, CS. And then on this side, we've got a massive stage with all the Ducatis on. They really roll it out every year. VIP area up on the top with no one sat in it. It's a bit of a waste. I'd be up there given the chance. Right, where are we going next? So this is now another of the main stages down here. So there'll be talks, and on the next to the main stage areas there's a board. It tells you who's doing the talk and what time they're on. So it's always worth a little trip down here. Oh, we're actually around the back of where Honda is, so should we nip through? It's a bit of a wind, which is nice as well, because yesterday, setting up, it was so hot. I think Simon's, who's working with us, he got heat stroke yesterday for definite. And we were actually here the day before. It took us 2 days, just over 2 days to set everything up. Right, so we've got Honda on this side. And we've got BMW, all the BMWs on this side. For all the GS lovers, the 1300, the new 1300 like Teapot's got. There's a lot of people here who love the GS bikes. Teneray though, a lot of people on Teneраys. Seems to be the GS seems to be more the choice of the touring adventure rider, and the Teneray seems to be the ones who are a bit more kind of off-road orientated. Look at this, we've got a few bikes going out onto the course. Now we're coming down to Yamaha now. and we'll see their fleet of 1008s that they're going to take out. So this is the Yamaha stand. Everything's just getting going because it's the morning of VIP day, and I've just spotted someone I know. Should I ambush him? This is Ross. So we've done a video with Ross when we visited Kawasaki UK. Still to be edited.
There you go.
Yeah. Good. How's setup been? Is it all right?
Yeah, pretty good, really. Yeah, it's a blooming good event, isn't it? Really,
It's amazing.
I think it's bigger every year. It's there's bigger turnout. There's more exhibitors. There's more stuff to do, and the weather's going to be good again this year. I think this is the 4th year in a row. Whatever.
I was literally just saying. When was the last time it was
I don't
wet?
think it's ever really rained here. So
No.
So I think it should be a really good weekend. Really, it's plenty to do. So ready to welcome a load of customers onto our stand.
Okay. Have you got my little Ninja 500 there waiting for me?
We actually haven't. No, we haven't got one here. We've got saying that we've got one in the demo fleet, so we've got all of our range in the demo fleet, and we've just got a few of the more adventure touring-y type style bikes on display on the stand. So
there's a little bit of, when I see the 125 and the 500, having spent enough hours in the seat on them, there's a little bit of like when you see it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like, oh,
That's fine. Bit of me.
Bit of me there.
Yeah.
But yeah. We're just doing a bit of a walk tour, show everyone the stands. We were going to do it live, but we're going to have to upload it because there is no signal.
Signal's a bit tricky,
signal's bad. So yeah.
But yeah,
right.
Well, have a good day.
Yeah, cheers.
Catch you in a bit.
So that was Ross from Kawasaki, who helped sort us out with that Ninja 500 I took to, we did the NC 500 on. That video, we've done the first part, so the trip from Manchester going up to Inverness, which was 408 miles. It was a bit of a slog. And then the next episode, which I've nearly finished editing, is due out, which is the first leg of the 500. Let's see who we've got on this side. So we've got the Versus, we've got the H2SX on this side. That looks like my little Ninja 500. So this, I think this was actually the bike that I rode up to Scotland and round the NC 500 on. And although everyone said I was being stupid and it was too small and probably too uncomfortable, I think not only me, but that bike proved me wrong. It's a brilliant bike, especially on the twisty bits. It was amazing. Footage to follow, like I say, some amazing footage. Right, who have we got down this side? Moto Marini. You don't actually see much. Not seen much of the Moto Marinis, but they look like a really nice rally looking bike. Ural over here. Ural's, sidecars. Again, my dad always had sidecars, so I'd love to have a go on one of those things. I believe sidecars are hard to ride, everyone tells me. Zero, if electric bikes are your thing. Look at all these bikes coming through here, it's all going out onto the course. So it's probably that, the course is just open, so that's why we're getting a flood of bikes coming through. Now down here we have got Greater Manchester Fire and Rescue. You alright? So you can see here we've got the AGV Tour Modular. We've actually sorted those out for Greater Manchester Fire and Rescue. We've kitted the guys out and they're doing a whole educational programme because they're having to visit so many road traffic accidents, physical RTAs. They're having to visit it quite a lot and it's costing them a lot of money. So they're trying to do an education programme around safer riding to try and reduce the number of incidents they have to go to and save the budget. There's always a bit of, there you go, there's a bike. So there's always a little bit of a pushback, but it is for a good reason, and they are hopefully going to reduce the number of incidents they have to go out to. Now, down at the lake now, you've got on this side, so all over there is camping for everyone, and there's also some prefabricated TP tents, which are like Gucci tents. If you've got the money and you want to come for your little stay and you don't have to bring your tent with you, then they're over that side. And then if you go down here, There's a little junction, you turn right. There is actually, we've got an Arai helmet service truck down there with Kyle working in it. Now Kyle is the guy who does all the helmet servicing for British Superbikes. So, I mean, there is no one better to have a look at your helmet, service it, clean it and set it up for you. So it's worth visiting him. Take your Arai along and get it all set up. This is the lake. No swimming allowed, unfortunately. And then this is the food area up here. So we've got like a little coffee house thing, loads and loads of vendors. There's actually a massive stage where there's live acts, big TVs, massive bars, and that's what really makes this more of a festival than just a bike show, is all the extra entertainment that goes along with it. We've got inch perfect trials over here, so it looks like you can have a little bit of a demo trials riding around there. And that's actually where I my first ever experience of riding a motorbike was riding a 175 BSA Bantam trials bike. So that was where I started off. So you can see food section up here, and then I think if we head over to this side, just see if there's any more manufacturers. So even though I've been here 2 days, I haven't managed to see everything. But Joe, every time you come out, there's a new stall that's set up. It just keeps growing and growing and growing. So this tent, this marquee, is a Bridgestone one. I guess each one is sponsored by a company. There's actually one up near our stand, or over the back of our stand where that bar is, that is just one guy doing all the talks, but it looks like some kind of, I don't know, like a Middle East tent with bean bags and cushions where everyone just sits and listens to what he's got to say. Right, up here we have got Benelli. I've not actually had a good look round Benelli on the range, but they're really kind of trying to, since the old Tornado, I think they're trying to really refresh the brand and build on it and get some better bikes out there, which would be nice to see. Nice to see the old manufacturers getting a new lease of life rather than disappearing together. So here we are, Benelli. Let's have a look at what bikes we've got. Ice cream truck. Could do with an ice cream right now. So look at all these. And then on this side, we've got Vogue, which I definitely haven't heard of before, but some nice looking bikes. So they might be worth having a look at, especially having never seen them before. And then the rest of the Benellis. Oh, we've got Fantic up here, so let's cut across here. So over on this side, we've got Fantic, and we've also got Zontes to the side of them. Right, so there's Fantic. And then we've also got here, there's a small Aprilia marquee, which I don't think Aprilia are here, are they? But we've got the Motor Guzzies. And again, it's another of the manufacturers I really like. Oh, we have got an Aprilia. We've got a couple of Motor Guzzies in the family already. We've got a V7 Classic and a couple of V50s. So, but I'd love to have a go on one of these adventure bikes. You alright? So yeah, one of my favoured brands, I suppose. Right, I think that is pretty much a full walk round. So if you've never been to the ABR festival before and you're thinking about coming, hopefully this gives you an idea of what you might see. If you're already here or you're coming this year, then pop over to the MyMoto stand, especially if you're a subscriber to the channel or anything like that. Come over, say hello, and we'll gladly have a good chat and catch up over the festival. So I think that's pretty much everything. Until next time, ride safe.